People are stuck. People are stuck with their thoughts, with their diseases, with the kind of relationships they are having, with the kind of careers they are having. Potentially, when we talk about all of these things, the huge problem here is that we are so stuck in our problems and we don't know what should be our first step. And that is a huge problem. Basically, if you don't know where to start, we are locked up into a lot of confusions and opinions and doubt and most of the wrong advice and social media influence. But there is always a way to start. And today, wherever you are, whoever you are, if you want to hear and intend to hear and understand the root causes and to understand the whole science behind how your body heals itself and how you need to take steps and measures to keep your body intact. So basically, today I welcome you again. If you're my subscriber, I thank you enough for being here and subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then I request you to please do subscribe to my channel because here we'll be talking about a lot of topics and you will be seeing a lot of content coming in and flowing in. So welcome or welcome back to my channel again. And first and foremost, what is healing? As I told you, healing is a process of your mind and body working together. Also, your spiritual aspect comes in here. First and foremost, let's understand healing comes with acceptance. Healing doesn't comes without acceptance. If you are resistant, you only struggle. You keep on struggling in a loop. So healing comes with acceptance. First and foremost important thing to understand and to know, you have to accept your disease. You have to accept your circumstances. You have to accept the fact that whatever phase I am going in my life right now is happening. If I want to change it, I can take a step forward. I can probably take a move towards it. But being resistant and not accepting the facts, not hearing yourself and hearing the truth about it will only put you to struggle. Resistance will put you into all the kind of emotions which can drain you, which can put you to denial, which can make you the victim. And you can keep on asking yourself, why me? Why everything is happening to me? Why out of nowhere I have been chosen to have this thing? So there are many patients who are having diabetes, cancer, who are having cholesterol issues, who are having BP issues, cardiac problems. But the most important thing here, I don't intend to say that these emotions are negative. These are very natural. That is going to come to you whenever you hear something which comes to you as a surprise about yourself, your body, your job, your career, your relationships. Your first instinct or your first natural response to it would be reaction. Reaction can be anger, it can be you resisting yourself, you being not being able to accept it, you going against the wave and fighting it and being the victim or playing the victim. But here we need to understand, we need to take a step forward. We have to think about the next step that I'm going to take after this so and so thing has happened to me. Because until and unless you accept it, you will not be able to heal yourself. Because with resistance comes the power of denial, also comes misery, chaos, confusion, because you are not able to concentrate on a particular problem. You are not ready to accept that it has happened to you and you're not ready to take up the next step. Second pointer, and the most important pointer, is basically hearing your body. Understand. Sometimes it is so crucial for you to just slow down, calm down, and sit down. That is what I tell my patients. Even if it is you're in a particular place where people are watching you or doing something, you just need to just slow down, calm down, and just sit down and just think, what is happening to me? Can I hear myself? Can I hear my body speak? Can I hear my inner thoughts? Sometimes we are so much into our denial phases that so and so thing is happening to me, but now I don't want to accept it because maybe if I accept it I have to leave it, and the fear of leaving is so intense that you don't want to leave it. Say for example, you're in a job that is draining you, but just for the job's sake, sometimes it is so important to just slow down, calm down, and just think upon, am I hearing to my body or not? So this second step is hearing yourself out. Hear your body. It says very loudly all the symptoms: your eyes becoming pale, your body and your skin becoming pale, your body is not feeling the most of its level, energy is being drained very quickly, or you're feeling fatigued, your digestion is not good, your body is constipated all the time, you feel nauseatic, dizzy, your heart rate is too fast or it's too slow. you're not able to breathe, you're not able to digest food the way it should get digested, or maybe any kind of pains that is happening to you, or any kind of symptoms that your body keeps on giving you and you keep neglecting it because you don't have time to get yourself checked. That is like my third point. So coming to that, we need to understand body keeps on giving you symptoms, but if you keep on denying it and not keeping a watch on it, would give you major problems. Now the major problem comes to the third point, which is how vigilant you are about your health. Being vigilant, understanding that my body is too fatigued, my body is having chronic constipation since a long period of time, you have to get yourself tested timely. At least once in a year you can get your whole body checked. I personally prefer whosoever comes to me, my client who comes to me, and when I initiate the program with them, I always insist, make sure you get your tests done. Yes, it is very important to understand your aspects, your body speaking to you, and then a next step, which is getting yourself tested if there is any kind of deficiencies happening in your body, may it be vitamin D deficiency, which can hamper your system drastically because it is regulating all your hormones and fat metabolism and absorption of calcium. There is a lot of functioning which is happening by your body through vitamin D, vitamin B12 in your body. So if there is any deficiency, it can hamper your healing process. By just fixing vitamin D deficiency or vitamin B12 deficiency, we can fix a lot of things in your body and get you on track. Now, the other part with this is how your cholesterol profile is, your KFT, LFT, all the profiles when we talk about your CBC and your urine tests, and we are trying to figure things out in that aspect. We're trying to understand things in a very broader perspective, that yes, how your body is giving you a sign or symptom, or even if it is that we get to know certain things beforehand, it is so good. The next step comes the treatment of that particular thing, even if it is not a huge thing, but you came to know on time, before time, which is not gone to that severity or that severe level where you have to get it treated and then taking medications and then not feeling hungry because you've taken 10 medications and pills. Popping pills is not a solution. That is my fourth point. Important to understand, over the counter medications are totally available everywhere, but you can't keep popping pills for fever, for your cold and cough, for your normal painkillers which are available in the market, antibiotics. Believe me, these four categories that I've told you are the most common medications, including, I think we can also include in this your acidity tablets, which are very much available over the counter, and you can, probably take it and you can just put it, and even laxatives, which are very much available. So I mean, the list goes on and on because it gets bigger when I talk about it much more in detail. Talking about the outer aspect of it is basically when you keep popping pills, when you keep putting yourself into different pills and things, we need to understand, when I talk about fever, when I talk about cold, your body sometimes can have these things, and that's supernatural. Please get me right there. Sometimes when your fever is exceeding from more than one day, definitely you need to go get yourself tested. There is any infection or anything, even if your cold and cough is getting worse and I mean it's not recovering, you should go to the doctor and definitely get yourself treated and tested. I'm not against going to the doctor and getting yourself checked and medicated. It's very important and crucial to do that, but we can do things so that we can prevent the circumstances in future for us to visit the doctor or taking the medications as low as possible. First and foremost, we need to understand this very, very carefully. Fever is a natural response to your body to kill certain infections in your body. Your body raises its temperature so that it can kill certain bacteria and viruses which are totally foreign to your body, and body raises its temperature. Sometimes getting fever is not going to make you ill. So make sure, do not pop a pill if you are getting fever for one whole day. And if it is not a severe temperature where you know that it is a mild fever, you can definitely take rest. You can take some good anti-inflammatory foods, which are really good for you to heal properly. So making sure over the counter medications can hamper your gut health, hamper the natural being of your body or natural flora in your body, which is basically the good bacteria that we call. It actually hampers it, and basically your body's mechanism works on these tiny little cute microorganisms. So it's very important that there are good and bad bacteria in your body. You need to keep a balance in between both. So if your bad bacteria are more and your good bacteria are low, it is going to create all the kind of imbalances with your stomach health. We are going to touch this in some other video, but today we are going to be sticking up to the topic, which is healing yourself. So there comes my fifth and the most important part, which is talking about weight loss. There are so many diets, so many things happening around. There are so new trends coming around. So many influencers on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube are influencing people to go towards these diet and follow them for instant weight losses and weight loss which is quick in a week, and you are losing 10 kgs and 20 kgs and whatnot. But believe me, that's not how your natural phenomena works. Good if your metabolism is good and you are able to lose weight with your normal eating process. Absolutely good. But if you are hampering your health by putting yourself into starvation diet, or you're putting yourself into harsh diets, actually hampers your health a lot. It's so important to understand that the superhero of your body is liver. So when you are losing certain amount of weight drastically, you are actually putting a lot of pressure on your liver as well. So we need to understand, including a lot of protein based diet immediately, and not getting that space for your body to adjust with the kind of protein that you're taking, with the kind of food that is entering into your gut. So it's very important. Give your body that time, that space to adapt to these changes that you're making. If your body is not able to adapt to certain things for the initial being, make sure you cut it into more smaller pieces, more acceptable pieces, so that it becomes easier for your body to adapt and for you to get used to that. And then you can probably increase the intensity, increase the quality, increase the amount of things that are happening for you. So making sure that immediate weight loss will put you into major nutrition deficiencies in your body, and it is not something which is definitely good for your body. So you should always go and abide by simple and easy procedures of weight loss, which is eating healthy, nutritious food, wholesome food, good exercise, movement which should happen in your body, which is very important. And that comes to my sixth point, that you have to be active. Ask yourself, how do I feel after a walk? How do I feel after a workout? How do I feel when I lift weights? So some people feel very good when lifting weights. They feel very strong, they feel very nice, they feel that their body is worked up. So definitely you need to understand that moving your body is the most important thing. You might have heard this many a times. If you haven't, let me tell it to you. Sitting is new smoking. So you have to understand that you got to move your body. You have to move yourself. It's not something that only walking would do. Walking is a very good thing that you are doing. At whatever age you are, make sure you do some strength training. Resistant training, strength training is very important for your body. If you're not having any knee pains or any major kind of issues with your body, or any kind of major ailments in your body, you can probably start it at home as well. But you should make sure that, except for any kind of cardio, also cardio is important. 10 minutes, 20 minutes of cardio is very good thing to go about. You can definitely start with cardio and then probably put yourself into strength training and conditioning, and you can also put yourself into resistant training. So moving your body is our sixth point. Tracking your weight is again something very important. Track your weight. We generally don't do that. We know that we are increasing in weight, we look a little gained, or we have reduced amount of weight, but we do not tend to check it until it's in the hospital or in the clinic that we go. So it's important for us to buy a weighing scale. Whatever is comfortable to you, you can even take a digital one, which again is a very good thing to go by. Seventh point of this video is, you have to give your body that time, that space to heal. We are into these fast growing spaces. So if these fast growing spaces gives you a lot of money, wealth, career options and opportunities, it also takes a lot from you. So basically the resistance, the kind of patience, the kind of things are also taken away with the kind of hustle that we are in throughout the day. Sometimes you just need to sit down and let yourself heal. Sometimes you just need to be near your nature and let yourself heal. Sometimes you just need to talk to yourself and let yourself heal. So that's very important, to just give that break, heal yourself, let your body heal itself. Very important it is. Sometimes we keep on eating throughout the day. Sometimes we are having a breakfast and post that we are going to have something else, then we are going to have something else. See, body has its own mechanism of working. So you need to understand that body cannot do cut. So it cannot just do like that. So you have to give some space, at least 2 to 3 hours of gap. And if you're not having any kind of ailments and illnesses or any kind of diseases in your body, you're a very healthy individual, make sure you at least keep a gap of 3 hours to 4 hours in between your meal. If you want to land up eating some snacks, which is basically an almond or cashew, You need to understand, even if it is cashew or almonds, you need to keep a portion size which is very less, and you give that time to your body to digest the previous food eaten, and then you can probably move to the next meal and shift towards your next meal. So giving time and space between your meals and drinking a lot of water and not mixing these two important things, which is your physical hunger and your emotional hunger, together. So basically keeping a gap in between, understanding the urge to be hydrated. So that comes to my very important point, which is my 8 point: hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. As much as I say it, generally we land up into time, space, work, and even if we are at home using our social media handles, or maybe using nothing but just lying down, sleeping, taking rest, and enjoying ourselves, we sometimes forget to hydrate ourselves. Understand that your body needs a lot of hydration, and a lot of problems starts with low hydrations in your body. And you need to make sure hydration is the key here. Whenever you feel the urge to drink water, make sure you are keeping a bottle near you, not a small glass. And as much as you can drink from that water bottle, make sure you are keeping a goal for yourself. This is 1 liter bottle, and how much I need to finish it. Keep a goal for your own self and track how much water are you drinking in throughout the day. So keeping a track of your water will help you balance out your hormones, help you balance and hydrate the dehydrated body, which can create potentially a lot of problems with your gut health, and of course your overall hormonal health as well. Ninth point, it is very important point, and I think the most underrated point, and I would like to really emphasize a lot of light onto this, which is sleep. Yes, sleep is a very important component, guys. So my 9 point reflects to the very important thing, which is sleep. It is a no-brainer. The deeper your sleep is, the well your body is balanced. Understand that if sleep wasn't something which is important for a human, it wouldn't have been existing. But the point here is that it exists, is crucial for your healthy being of your mind, your body, and of course, your emotional being. Your mood swings, your moods are also dependent on the quality of the sleep that you're taking in at night. There are many people who are pilots, who are people who are working at night, and their job roles requires them to work at night. I completely get them, but their circadian clock is very different, and basically it is functioning in a very different manner. If you're even a person who's working at night and an off timing, make sure you're probably trying to eat your dinners early so that you get that space and your body is in that space where it is completely relaxed. So you should understand this. Even sometimes when you are not sleeping well, that can result in very slow healing procedures. Also wanted to add some pointer here which is very crucial, which is overeating. If you keep on eating, 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 and you're not giving that space, 90% to 80% of your energy when you're eating something, and especially if you're having a very heavy meal or a fatty meal, goes into your stomach. All the energy of your body is very much centric towards your stomach to get that food digested and assimilated and absorbed by your body. So it's a whole long procedure. There is a lot of metabolic pathways involved in this process, and it takes a lot of time for your body to do that and a lot of energy that goes into it. So you need to make sure that your food should be potentially something which is eaten on time, not overeated, and of course, portion sizes are very, very important. Something which you're eating should be super light on your body. It should not be something very much junk or and very frequent indulgences into some kind of fatty foods or foods which are unhealthy, unnatural. So make sure you are sticking by natural options and eating something which is going to be soothing your stomach and your body and keeping it into a lighter and a calmer phase. The 10th most important point for this video is reconnect and disconnect. These are the two terms you need to keep it in your mind and try disconnecting with the things which are disorienting you, like social media, if any kind of social media, people, relatives, families, anything that is hampering your positive growth or your whole potential. Make sure you keep your distance to it. Of course, reconnecting is again very important. Reconnecting to nature, reconnecting to positive people who help you in your positive growth. People who will give you that spot, your family, when you talk to them. If you need to reconnect to people, make sure you do that. Also, if any kind of job or any kind of things which are hampering your natural processes, which is hampering you from getting to your best potential, you should think upon it, if I should disconnect it or should I reconnect the things, and understand if this is what my job requires for me, if this is what my job role should be, then how it should be and what it should be like. Also, in this reconnecting and disconnecting, I would want to add up to a little bit, which is basically forgiveness. Very important, and I think it's very underrated pointer, and we tend to forget this sometimes, but we need to understand that forgiveness is something very, very important. When patients come to me with their emotional health and their physical health being discussed in front of me, I get to hear this a lot. People are not able to forgive. These things embed in you and definitely create so much of tension, so much of stress in your body, so much of negative thoughts in your body. Ultimately, you're only punishing your own self at the end of the day. So make sure you put yourself this level, you put yourself into that place, that you are not burdened by anybody, you're not burdened by anybody's thoughts and doings. So basically, forgiving is again something which will help you to release that negative emotion, that negative thought outside of you, and helps you to little bit stay grounded and forgive the person who has ever hurted you, may it be your boss, may it be your people superior to you, may it be your parents, may it be your teachers, may it be any friend, may it be any family member who has hurted you ever. Forgive them and rejuvenate yourself, because something which is very important is you, your healing, and your mental health and your physical health, of course. So thank you so much for listening to me and being till the very end of this video. I really appreciate it. If you are hearing me till now, I would like to thank you from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for hearing me out till now, and you're my true subscriber. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I would be meeting you with a new topic, and let me know if you want to hear something out in my comment section, so that I can probably make content which can be helpful, which can be more helping you out and helping us together as a community. So thank you so much, and I will be bringing up more videos for you, so that we can relate to things, we can put ourselves together, we can build a community which is healthy, wealthy, and of course very wise, very, very wise with what kind of things we are choosing in our life. So thank you so much. Meet you in my next one. Thanks.